Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first preview for the 2023 Sydney Edible Garden Trail. I am super excited that we've come to that time of the year again where the trail is about to open up. Garden hosts are going to be sharing their backyards like this one here with you over the weekend, the 4th and 5th of November, this Saturday and Sunday. I'm really excited about it, and as always, which has become a tradition, I come out and do a couple of previews. So I'm doing a preview tonight, another one tomorrow, and then probably another one a little later in the week. There's going to be 51 gardens. Just really, that's a lot of gardens. I can't imagine that everyone's going to be visiting 51 gardens, but you can plot your own course on the trail and visit whichever gardens where you want to travel. But they're all over Sydney, and there's some absolute crackers. So the three I'm going to show you are three very different gardens, and starting today where I am, which is on Gagel, Biddigal and Gadigal land here in a suburb called Bardwell Valley. And you only need to look at this garden here to realise that it is definitely a steep slope, and that gives it a lot of opportunity to use that slope, which you're going to see. And to help us through our walk as we have a closer look at this garden, beautiful time too. I managed to get here just in time when the light's right. You've got a couple of jacarandas that are going off. There's even a big poinsettia that the poinsettia here is doing its best version of a flame tree. I think it's got an identity crisis. It's going, I see so many flame trees with jacarandas. But I would like you all to welcome and, actually let us know where you're joining us from. Which part of the country and which country are you on? But our host here, I'm not sure if they have a garden number, but I'll get that from Mark in a sec. But please say a big hello to our garden host here in Bardwell Valley, Mark. Ta-da!
Hi everyone. Hi Costa.
That.
Thanks so much for coming.
Just on cue, Mark is here. Now, Mark, absolute pleasure that you're throwing your garden open for people. Tell us a little bit about it, because as you can probably see, everyone, it drops down over that hill, and wait till you see what's in store down there. Tourberland, Brisbane. Thanks, Cam. Good to see you. Hello, Di Martz, and welcome to Adam Kelly from Sydney. So yeah, Mark, tell us a bit about the block. How big is it?
So the block size is 961 square metres.
Oh, wow.
And we're just about 10 k's out from the CBD.
Yeah.
So this was a real hidden gem, and it was on the market for a number of years, and because of the fact that it was so steep, no one was really interested in it.
Yeah.
But to me, I just saw so much potential, and learning about permaculture and permaculture principles, and just seeing how everyone else was looking after steep slopes, I decided to tackle it head on with my partner Lisa.
Wow. Well, what do you reckon? Shall we go and have a look around?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Are you ready, everyone? We're going on the move. I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'll just take it out of the cradle here, and we are going on a lampoon of sorts. Here we go. So let's follow Farmer Mark. He's got his gumboots on, or wellies, whatever you call them.
They're essential here.
So we've come down one small terrace, and you've got this beautiful bottle brush here. Has that just finished flowering?
It has. It's gone through a cycle of flowering, and often it's filled with lorikeets.
Yeah.
And now we're getting those red wattle birds coming through as well, and they're really noisy. And,
the wattle birds, yeah.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And when we sit up on our deck and we watch all the birds and listen to the chatter, it's like being in a tree house. It's just epic.
I see there's a mulberry over there in the neighbour's place, is it?
Yeah, that's my neighbour Adrian. The two of us were both like obsessed with growing food. He's got like a number of edible trees, and that mulberry hangs over, and I make jam and stuff out of it. It's just awesome.
Daphne in Adelaide says hello. Celia, hello Celia. Yes, we're all ready to go with the trail. So yeah, let's carry on. Was this stonework in when you first arrived?
So there was like some stonework, but it wasn't as nice as this. So we, one of our friends, he runs a landscaping business, and he helped us out. And they had to really squeeze in with the digger to get in.
Yeah.
It was just a real tight job. And now that we've got the shed up there, we basically are done. Like, so any sort of land or excavation works, this just finished.
So there you go, everyone. You can see what we mean. There's the house up there, and we've come down 1, 2, 3 terraces. And yeah, take us away, Mark.
Okay, so
talk us through it. So this is another jacaranda here, and
yep.
You've got what do we say about these?
Yeah, well, we just added them to just get some nice sort of like height and greenery in the area.
Yep.
Especially now that it's a bit dry, they're looking a bit sad. But normally they're full and they look really beautiful.
Yeah, and they got plenty of shade.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And so in this area, because it's quite shaded, we have, it doesn't look like much, but if you have a look here, this is our ginger and turmeric bed. So this has all just recently been reset and mulched. And what I did as well is I've basically cut back an English spinach, and it's just self-seeded through here. So that's a bit of a cover crop whilst we're waiting for this to come back up.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and then obviously the fennel comes and goes. That thing just makes so many seeds.
Yeah.
So this is probably the original fennel, one of them. Really nice, like licorice smell and taste, and eventually we'll cut this down, like we can see here. There are bulbs forming. Yeah, and who doesn't love like a baked fennel?
Oh,
it's so good.
Hold the phone. I'll just see what's going on here. Nice digs, beautiful steps. Can you do a guest appearance on the longest running Australian children's program Play School on the ABC? All right, now where are we? So carrying on.
So this is another one here. We can see the turmeric has come up. So these are all like on their way up. They're sending those leaves.
Oh yeah, they are looking verdant.
Yeah. And this whole thing is just completely chockers with, it looks so different. At the moment it looks barren.
Yep.
But give it 2 months and it will be as tall as this.
And so you've got this frame here to hold them up.
So this frame is actually, originally, because we're so dry at the moment, I'm thinking of throwing over something just to keep the humidity and the moisture in.
Yep.
Originally these came from our beds, but as you'll see later, we put some arches in and now they don't fit there.
Yep.
So instead of getting rid of them, of course, you know, Sydney Edible Garden Trail, we're all about recycling and reusing and repurposing. So they may not fit exactly, but they look great.
Oh,
and they'll function well.
Yeah. What do we got here?
So here we've got, this is actually an old water tank that was cut in half. And at the moment we're growing tomatoes, we've got some garlic chives coming through, and then we've got all these little seedlings of romesco lettuces and what else have we got? Some other sort of rocket and things that have just been scattered through here. So again, in a couple of months, it's going to look really, really nice. And then, of course, the cherry tomato is starting to flower, so we are getting a couple of, we will soon be getting cherries. And over here's our Atherton raspberry patch.
Oh, yeah.
So this was absolutely chockers, and we were getting 2 or 3 handfuls of berries a day. And my daughter Audrey, every day after work, I'd come down with her, and she would just smash them all. She was loving it.
All right, wow. Now, wait for it, everyone, because you haven't seen anything yet. Have a look at this production powerhouse of a place. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I count 10 beds?
There's 9 at the moment.
Oh,
But
that
then
was
we've got
Greek
this-
interest there.
And then we've got the big U bed that goes all the way around, and then we've got like our sort of the start of our orchard. And a couple of other things we've got. Obviously, this bed is just absolutely chock-a-block with silver beet and kale. So we can eat from this every single day.
Oh.
It's just never ending. It's just like you can't even give it away fast enough. And here we've got a couple of, these are Sugarino tomatoes, these 2 that are growing in here.
And you've just used very simple system, a star picket,
That's it.
and
So
a little bit of
Rio
steel
mesh.
reinforcement mesh.
That's right. And this particular piece of Rio mesh was actually dumped in the laneway right next to our house. So, of course, I just grabbed it. It was like a gift that someone gave me.
Yeah.
So, of course, I was going to take it.
The tomato gods were
That's it.
were shining on you. And I like this little archway mark that, again, more Rio mesh,
Exactly.
just
And
bent over.
Yep, exactly. And then just held together with some cable ties, really nice and simple. Really strong as well. So
Yeah.
we're going to be growing here. We've got cucumbers that are coming up down along here. So they're only just starting, but they'll eventually encompass the whole arch. And then over here we've got, well, this is a tomato. So this is a tomato that I'm actually going to try and, as an experiment, train up this side of the archway.
Yeah.
And see how that goes. Because, you know, why not? We're all about testing different methods here to see how it goes.
Yeah.
And here we've got our first flush of beans that are coming through.
And
So these are French beans, like green ones. And they're just starting to flower here nicely, you can see. And over here, this is a, so that's another cucumber, but then this is a, it's like a French heirloom pumpkin. Has really nice deep grooves in it.
Ribs, yeah.
Yeah, ribs, and it just looks like a really nice pumpkin to grow.
Yeah.
Orange, sort of light orange variety. Apparently good for baking and soups.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop
there'll be plenty for you, Costa, if you want to come back. And here's another one here. And then this is all English spinach. Again, like we cut it back, we blend it, and we make really like awesome pestos with it. It's just unreal.
The gods of spinach pie are dancing.
Oh, 100%.
Looking down on your garden, I'd be in spinach pie every night of the week.
And
Now, what about this? Hold the phone, everyone. Can I just do a quick little cut? Look at this, garlic.
So this bed is absolutely chockers with garlic. Recently, we pulled up an entire bed like this, and it fed our family for 9 months. So, you know, we eat garlic a lot, but this sort of bed, it's only 2 meters by 1 meter. It will save you so much money at the shops. It's just unreal. Like and it's simple. You know what I mean? It's not a difficult crop. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
There, can you just repeat that?
Oh yeah. I was just
If
saying,
you can, what?
Oh, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
There it is, everyone.
Honestly, it's
There it
just
is.
easy.
It's official. Look at this garlic.
So check this out. Check out how big this bulb is. Look at this. This is a monster. Like,
So when did you, in a Sydney climate, when did you put these in?
I think I put it in around March or April. It was they haven't been in the ground for a very long, like a garlic period of time. You know what I mean?
March or April?
Yeah, March, April.
And now we're off beginning
So
of November.
Yeah. So what's that? 6 months, 7, 8 months.
Wow.
Yeah. And they've just absolutely, done
Selena
really well.
asked, where did you get your seed garlic?
I think I got it from. I'll have to if you chat to me on Instagram, I'm plant-based male. I'll let you know exactly. Because
That's fantastic.
I follow them, but I have to find find it. But I'll let you know.
Yeah.
It's Victorian. Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
right.
an Australian variety. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. And this is the second bed.
This is the second one. So the original one was this, which has now got the cucumbers and it's got a couple of sunflowers just for fun, because of course half of gardening is fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So we want to make it. You know, I wanted to kind of bring the magic to my daughter's life as well, just so that way she grows up with this, because I never got to grow up with this sort of backyard. So I just reckon it's just awesome. I want to make her childhood special.
Good on you.
Yeah. And then something to make the adults have a special time as well is this. You've got this finger lime tree that's absolutely loaded. Look at all these finger limes. That's your G&T in the arvo.
Just tread carefully here.
No, it's all good. Come on down.
Oh yeah, it's loaded.
It is
all right.
absolutely loaded. And this tree's in its second year of giving us fruit. I think it's about 4 years old.
4 years, yeah, that sounds right. Oh, look at them all.
Yeah. And this is, so we've got a couple of them. There's another one down the line over there also giving us tons.
Oh,
yeah, it's just
fantastic.
They're gonna be ready very soon.
Yeah.
And then here we've got, this is a Brazil cherry, just something a little bit interesting.
Yep.
And here we've got, this is an orange. And then here's another sort of orange as well. And then this tree, I can't ever say the name of it. There's something about it, I can't say it. It's a Jabuticaba or whatever.
Oh,
Japoticarpa. That's the one.
Japoticarpa.
Yeah, so it's got the little grape sort of
on the trunk,
fruit that's
on the branches, yeah.
Correct. And it's thriving. It's doing really well in this climate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you have it, everyone. That's the engine room of the growing, but there's more.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's tons. Yeah, come and follow me.
This is the best tour, Mark. I'm loving it. And I'm actually glad I got here at this time because there's plenty of people watching. Thanks for joining in, everyone, and it's great to be able to.
So this is like a Madagascar bean, which we're going to start growing up and over this archway. So this was our pumpkin arch originally, and we basically extended it about 4 meters. So now we've got plenty of grow space for lots of different things, not just pumpkins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a big, long. It's a good length of tunnel.
That's right. Yeah, and it's very strong. Like it's just you wouldn't believe how good it is with that. We've just concreted in those T-posts.
Yep.
And a little bit of what do you call it? Wire or cable tie.
Wire or cable tie. Yep. That'll get you out of.
That's it.
Out of jail and tie it down. Yeah.
And then along here we've got our wicking bed, like wicking setup. So this is something I put together recently, and it's just for garden herbs and stuff that you don't want to necessarily occupy a whole bed with.
Yep.
So I'll just dig one out for you. So this is a sage. So if we take it up, you can see that's the wick, which is just a geotech fabric.
Yep.
And then inside it's full of water. And in Sydney we've had so much heat lately.
And wind.
Yeah, exactly. These
the wind's
sorts
the
of
killer.
things would just fry everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And because we're in a valley, depending on the direction of the wind, sometimes we're good. So I'll show you in a second with that food forest setup down there. This is actually like a windbreak, but it doesn't protect us from this direction. So, which is why I thought this wicking bed setup would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and that's interesting. So you just put the fabric into the base of the pot.
Correct. Yeah, about halfway.
Halfway up.
Yep. Just fed it through halfway, and then and it's moist as like if you have a look at it. Look, you just look at the surface.
Oh yeah.
And and it just the plant and the soil takes up the water that it needs.
It needs, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Great. Did you create that, or did you see it somewhere?
No, so I saw it from Margaret from Moss House.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
Hey
so
Margaret, she could be watching.
She might be on.
I don't know. Are you there, Margaret? She may be. I know Celia is.
Yeah.
Cecilia's here.
So that was a great idea that I saw from her website, and I just put that into action recently. Yeah. Because we're going through the El Nino now. So it's a perfect time to set up a really smart watering system for things like herbs, things that are fragile. Yeah. Yeah. And then here we've got pigeon peas. So they're like a legume. And then if you want, they're just like a little maraca that you can shake. Nice. Like a rattlesnake. Yeah. So, so they're really good. And when you open one, crack it open, you can just see.
Cecilia's got a wicking pipe too.
Oh, yeah. Let's just see if we've got any. Here we go. So this is what you end up with. So anyone that comes on the trail to visit us, I'll happily give you some of these because one seed and you get tons. Yeah. And then, I love the wildness of permaculture. I'll just give that a chuck there, and then we'll see what happens.
Away we go.
Up. Exactly. Away we go. There we go.
That's the nursery. That's the incubation zone.
And so here we've got our, this is our chook tunnel. So my friend Chris, he's an engineer up in Newcastle, shout out to him. He helped design it for me in a way that made sense.
And really, it's secure.
Oh, secure, absolutely.
Has to be.
Yeah, we've got foxes. in the national park, not far away.
Yep.
And so it's nice and secure. We've also got stray cats and things, and obviously Murphy's around, our dog. So it's nice to just keep our chooks secure and make them feel happy and and safe. So they're probably sleeping, but we can come and check out on them. Yeah, check them out.
Sydney Edible Garden Trail has joined us. Hello, Bridget. If it's Bridget.
So here we go.
Here we go. Let's have a look. Let's see where they are. Oh, hello.
So hi, ladies.
Hello, everyone. You got your bums to us.
That's it. There we go.
There they are. Hello. Oh, they're looking well. How many have you got?
We got 5.
5.
So they're all different breeds, and obviously we've named them all. This one's Speckles. She's actually going through a broody spell at the moment. So she's been sitting on the eggs and stuff lately. We have to kick her out, especially on those hot days, just to make sure she waters herself. Yeah. Yeah. So we're just concerned about her.
Sleep well, girls. Let me see if I can give you a face full of everyone. I'll just turn this around. I'll just go chicken cam.
Yeah, I'll try and give you a bit of light.
There you go. Oh, there they are. It's a little bit dark in here. We'll leave them to sleep. Good night. And
this material here, we're actually using like a coffee chaff. So it's a really nice, it's a free material often you get from coffee roasters.
Yep.
And it makes the coop smell really nice too, like a fresh coffee.
Oh.
Yeah. So can't argue with that. Oh, that's Bowie. She's coming to us.
Oh, she's young. What's going
that's
on?
The Polish
hang on. Fruity lady. Fruity's up. Hello. That's good. She's going, hang on.
She's like, am I getting a snack? Is that why Costa's here?
Yeah, what's going on? I haven't signed a release form. I'm not going on video. I'm going to go and hide. Yeah, hi, Luke. G'day, Cyril. Hello, Linda and Jean. Welcome to Bardwell Valley in Sydney, where we are getting a sensational dusk tour of Mark and Lisa's garden, along with Audrey as well. Little Audrey.
Okay, so come on through here. In the peak of summer, this area, this kind of, we call it the food forest, is just, it's 10 degrees cooler than the rest. It's just so nice to sit here, especially in the rain. We've got
mango,
bananas. There's a mango here.
Look at that, and
it's doing well. There's lots of flowers this year. This is probably the first time I've seen this many flowers. Yeah, but it's well on its way to becoming hopefully a productive tree.
Well, my investigation around a tree's health is to look down here.
Oh, this will be the test.
Look at that. The exam. Look at the base. Look at that. That is happy. That's establishing really nicely. It's thick. You can see where the trunk is just really thickening, and it doesn't matter about the height.
No,
and you don't want it. You don't want it super high anyway.
No, that's right. I'll keep it low.
Now this chicken run.
Yeah. So we call it the channel, the chicken tunnel.
The channel.
Yeah. So originally when we built that run all the way back there, I was like, oh, it's a bit sad that they got to spend their life just there. So we built this tunnel out of A10 project mesh, and then we just bent some conduit, some electrical conduit around, and just to give it a bit of strength.
And how have you locked it off at the ground?
So we've just used some like tent pegs. That's it, basically.
Oh yeah.
And so far so good. No one's tried to dig in or disturb it. Every now and then I find a pigeon or something a bit weird in there, and then I just gently take them out. Yep. And then this is where we kind of dump all of our greens and leftovers for the chooks to go through. So again, really simple tool, just a brick. And then we open this up, and then into the chute is where we put all of our scraps and stuff, all the goodies that the chooks like. Oh. It's also a good way of actually getting them out of the coop. Yeah. Keep them occupied. I've got a little door there that I can shut, and then I can just do all my chook maintenance, like house maintenance, whilst they're out. And they're not stressed as well. They're enjoying their life here. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So you wouldn't think we're in the heart of suburban Sydney when you come down to this part of the yard where you see the canopy of trees. And yeah, I can imagine this part of the garden would be substantially cooler.
Yeah. And then here we've got some elderflowers which we're going to soon turn into like a sparkling wine. So we're going to cut those flowers down. They're all way up on the top now. And the elderflower it responds really well to almost being hedged. You can be really savage with it and cut it all the way back. And then it will come back and there'll be a flush of really beautiful flowers.
Oh, Cecilia, Mark mentioned, you mightn't have heard it right at the top, it's just on 900 square metres. Was that right?
Yeah, 961.
961, yeah. So it's a special block.
That's right, yeah.
But so much of it is so steep. It's as we were saying earlier, this will see Mark live to 960 years as a blue zone gardener.
It's the blue zone. Yeah. We've got our own little blue zone here.
Oh yeah, when you walk up and down those stairs. But what a treat that you come down here and it's exercise,
it's awesome.
It's temperature, it's beauty, it's everything.
Exactly. And then we've also got this massive mulberry here, which works as a nice shade for the chicken coop. So in summer it's flush with berries and leaves, so it gives them a lot of shade. And then in winter it's all deciduous and it drops everything, and then lets in all the light, and so they can warm themselves. Yeah, so the berries, kilos, I'm telling you, like hundreds and hundreds of kilos of berries drop here every year. Like,
really?
Hundreds. Honestly, there's so many that the chooks don't even eat them anymore. They're just so sick to death of the berries. And we eat them, and Audrey eats them just off the branch. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So good.
Well, Mark, what an absolute pleasure that we managed to get the garden tour in as dusk falls. Any other final word or final thoughts about the trail? And is this your first time on the trail?
This is our second time on the trail.
Second time.
First time we got quite a few people come through. We were one of the only ones in the Bayside Council participating. Yes. Now we've got a few more, which is really good. There's some community gardens. So definitely make sure that you swing by Bayside Council. So we're in Bybor Valley, 4th and 5th of November.
So you're open Saturday and Sunday?
Both days.
What times?
9 till 12:30 both days.
9 till 12:30. Well, there you have it, everyone. If you want to see this firsthand, there's your chance. 9 till 12:30, Saturday and Sunday.
That's it.
Well done.
And if you want to check us out on Insta, we're at Plant-Based Mail.
What's your water bills like with a garden like that big? That was Giovanni.
The water bill's not too bad because we've got a rain catchment system, so we have a big tank, and that tank is used exclusively for here.
Oh.
So for the yard. So I don't have it doing the toilets or anything like that. I've just got it servicing the yard. So we are we do, like, obviously the last couple of years, we've had La Nina. So we haven't had a need to water anything. So this is probably the first dry year that we've had. And that's why we're using these systems like that wicking bed. And we are slowly, at the moment we have sprays, which we will probably look to convert to drippers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got some sprays just in this part because we just needed to throw water basically everywhere because we had so many things establishing everywhere. And it was just important to make sure that, especially with a young child, you don't want your garden to suffer.
Yes, yeah.
That's your other passion.
Yep.
And then obviously we've got bees as well here. They'll be in bed.
Yep.
But interesting fact is our neighbour who grows a whole bunch of fruit trees. He actually said that this year has been his best fruit set year that he's ever had.
Wow.
So he said all of his peaches, nectarines, everything, the whole tree is just absolutely like bowing down with that much fruit, and he put it down to the fact that hive is right there. The flight path is aimed straight into his yard. So he's got a pomegranate tree that's monstrous. It's like 3/4 of the size of this bottle brush, and it's just absolutely packed, jam-packed with fruit.
Oh,
So hopefully we'll get some, we'll do a bit of a trade, do some honey for some, nice fruit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, thank you so much for throwing the gate open for us as a preview. To everyone watching, you can come here on Saturday or Sunday, and have a great weekend on the trail.
Thanks so much for coming.